right, we're back again with another episode of Roofer Reflection, and I'm very happy to finally get Benny on here. Benny, thanks for coming on the show.
This is going to be fun, man. I appreciate you being patient. I know you've been trying to get this on the books for a while, but today's the day.
What would you like as a child? Like, what were your interests?
Yeah, I just like playing video games. I like playing backyard sports with my buddies, in the neighborhood. I was very talkative. I was had a lot of ideas. I told a lot of other people what I thought they should be doing because I had ideas for them as well. And
How'd you get into roofing?
My uncle is a roofing. He got into roofing out of college, and because he just needed a job, and then he started to do really well at some of the different companies he worked for, and he finally started his own company. Called me up one day and said, "Hey, I just started a roofing company a year ago. I'm doing my own thing. It's commercial roofing. I need someone to help me with sales and marketing." I was kind of down on my luck. I had gotten to selling drugs, for a couple years, and I got in trouble for that. I got a felony drug conviction, and I thought my life was over. Never going to be able to apply for a real job ever again. I used to work for, Ford dealerships and like Verizon Wireless. I sold Blackberries. I worked for GE Money and in our mortgage division. And I was like, man, I'm never going to be able to get a real job ever again. And when he called me, I'm like, man, I'll do anything to get me out of my current situation. Anything, like just get me out of here. I need to be free. Like, you cannot lock me into a cubicle, a cage, a box, an apartment. Like, I need to have something. I need to have a purpose. I need to have something that's fun that I'm chasing. And that sounded like a fun adventure. And, because I was down on my luck, I didn't really have a lot of opportunity anyway. So I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll try anything once. And so I learned the roofing industry for 5 years from him. I learned a lot of good things. And eventually one day he told me he's like, I think you should go sell roofs for someone else. And I think that, you could probably have you would feel better working somewhere else. So that meant a lot to me because for the first 3 or 4 years, that's what fueled me to be super successful in residential roofing. Because, when someone's basically telling you should go somewhere else, it almost feels like you don't belong, even though I felt like I belonged. I just had my own vision of what it could be, and it just didn't necessarily align with his, and that's okay. He's still doing his thing and he's still massively successful. I'm still doing my thing, and I think that I'm on a good track.
When someone comes to you that is new to the roofing industry, what do you tell them? Like, if they're considering roofing as a career?
I just tell people that we're in the people business, and if you love people and you love helping people and you love helping solve problems for people, everything's going to be great.
If you were talking to someone that wanted to introduce that into their business, what sort of things do you tell them?
Well, the first thing you need to do is make sure that you actually love people and that you love your customer and that you're performing really, really good customer service. So that's first thing. Make sure your customer service is in line. Make sure that you have a plan on how you want to grow your company, because if you do have a really cool brand and a lot of people want to buy from you, but you're booked up for 6 months because you don't want to hire any more than one crew and you don't want to scale, well, then eventually your customers are going to that's not going to be acceptable to them. So you got to make sure you have at least some type of path of some type of growth. And so you have to do the right things. You have to have a plan in conjunction with cool marketing materials and cool branding. And you have to have great people, and then your people are the ones that do that. And those come from core values and having amazing company values that you live by, that you hire around, that you fire around, that you coach and train around.